Harriet Hageman is the individual who defeated Liz Cheney in the Wyoming race for the Republican nomination for that House seat, the one House seat that Wyoming has. And an interesting dynamic or event kind of played out recently between her and Liz Cheney. So she appeared on Sean, guys, just wait. This is so wild. I can't even tell you. So she appears on Sean Hannity, okay? And she says, you know, Liz Cheney didn't even try to connect with me over the phone. She left a 2-second voicemail where all she said was, hi, it's Liz. Hi, Harriet, it's Liz. That was it. She didn't even try to talk to me. Well, Liz Cheney exposes her for the liar that she is. And I actually have a little bit of a larger point to make about this, because when I saw this whole thing play out, it disturbed me for a reason I'll get into after we watch this. So this is her initial appearance on Sean Hannity's show where she makes that claim.
Let's talk about, I watched her speech last night. I think she's sincere in her beliefs. She's allowed to believe anything that she wants, pursue any agenda that she wants. But clearly at some point, she got out of touch with the people of Wyoming, which is why you won by such an overwhelming margin. She mentioned that she called you. I didn't hear in that sentence that she congratulated you and wished you well. How did the call go?
Well, there wasn't a phone call. While I was going in and getting ready to do my acceptance speech last night and had just arrived at the watch party, she called and left a very brief 2-second message on my cell phone. That's the extent of it. I haven't had
any... Y'all pay attention to what she's saying right now, because we're about to listen to the voicemail. All right.
Any other contact with Liz Cheney? She only made the one effort, and all she said was, hello, Harriet, and then that was the end of it. So she didn't call and discuss with me any kind of concession or anything else. It was just a one phone call. I was obviously extremely busy with family and friends.
She just said, hello, Harriet, and then hung up?
That was the end of the call. Yes, that was the only time. It was about 8:15 last night, and I was just getting ready to go on stage with my acceptance speech, and I didn't have an opportunity to visit with.
Guys, that is wild, because then Liz Cheney goes, okay, if you're gonna say lies about me like that, here, I'll just release the voicemail recording. And so she did.
Please leave a message and I will call you back as soon as I can.
AP's calling it. So we should go. Message. Tell us.
Hi, Harriet. Liz Cheney calling. It's about 8:13 on Tuesday the 16th. I'm calling to concede the election and to congratulate you on the win. Thanks. Bye-bye.
So Harriet Hageman, is it Hageman? Hageman? She claimed that Liz Cheney didn't even attempt to connect with her over the phone and left a 2-second voicemail where she says, hi, Harriet, this is Liz. And that was it. And when Sean Hannity goes, wait, are you saying? And then just repeats it back to her. She goes, yep, that was the end of the voicemail. Well, we just listened to the voicemail. Number one, she does congratulate her. She says, I'm calling to concede the election and congratulate you on your win. And it's more in there. It's not a super long voicemail, but it's more than what Harriet Hageman left. So is it important, the nature in which Liz Cheney, attempted to connect with her? No. Is it important that someone who just got the Republican nomination in a state that goes red pretty consistently blatantly lied like that? Yeah, that is. Because here's what disturbs me so much about that moment. You actually know and understand and can conceive of the benefits of lying in some of these big cases that we have to call out. An example is the election. While I think it is horrible and disastrous and damaging to lie about the results of the election to keep yourself in power, you know why they're doing it. It would benefit them to stay in power, right? And they're not thinking about the larger repercussions of it hurting our democracy or anything like that. They're thinking about, in the moment, I don't want to get taken out of power, so I'm going to lie about the election. Okay. So that lie makes quote unquote sense. Why she would just randomly feel the need to lie about the nature of Liz Cheney's concession call to her makes no sense. It's so minuscule. No one cares. I mean, maybe you slightly make Liz Cheney look less, polite, but is that really worth completely lying like that for no reason at all? And I think this represents, to me, what I've been talking about a lot on this show, which is there's a particular subset of the right that's pretty large, that honestly makes up their own reality completely. They make up their own reality, and regardless of its, relevance to actual reality, they want to believe in the one that they've depicted more than anything. So it doesn't matter what facts you pose. It doesn't matter what empirical evidence you provide them. They would prefer to believe in the reality that they've depicted for themselves and that the leaders they follow have depicted for them. And so she clearly picks up on that, Harriet Hageman, and realizes I can say whatever I want whenever it's beneficial to me. Facts don't matter. I get to create the reality that I and my followers live in. And that will be the most politically beneficial because we've already hit the we don't care about facts button. So from there, you pretty much have free reign on what you do. Again, in any other world, there would be no incentive to just randomly make a lie that is relatively small. It's blatant, but it's lying about something that's not big or important or anything like that. The concession call, who cares about that? As long as she actually conceded. It's bad when you don't concede, but as long as you concede, I don't really care how polite the call was. And so the fact that she would lie about that on national television just to get very easily exposed by Liz Cheney right afterwards is pretty wild. And it does reveal to me how much ease in which these individuals lie about whatever they want.